I don't know, no, I'm going to get into hot water here. I'm going to say PCS Trade Union, Mark Serwotka, a fighter, standing up for many of his workers in struggle at the moment. Mark Serwotka.
Greetings, comrades, and for those people listening across the road in the Treasury, leaning out of the window, let's give them a message. If you think the rich people in this country should pay their taxes, shout as loud as you can. Absolutely right. What type of country do we live in? The rich people dodge their taxes while the poorest have their benefits cut. They don't have houses to live in, their kids can't go to university, and now our kids are going to be tested in school at 4. And when we see tragedies in the Mediterranean, people coming here for a better life are drowning and dying, and our country won't take people in. They are a shame to this country. If you believe we should say migrants are welcome in Britain, shout as loud as you can. The colleagues, we're shouting loud. The trouble is, that gang over there are deaf as doorposts when they want to be. So do you know what? We've got to say on this march today, not just what's wrong with what they're doing, but what we are going to do to force them to change their mind. So let me give 3 suggestions that we can do. First of all, wouldn't it be amazing if everybody on this march registered and voted for Jeremy Corbyn to be leader of the Labour Party? Now, I'm not a member of the Labour Party, but I tell you what, imagine that debate on telly the other night without Jeremy. It'd be the most boring bloody TV we'd ever seen. So if tens of thousands of us pay you £3 and register, maybe we can have an anti-austerity voice at the top of Labour, like we've had in Syriza in Greece. Now then, the second thing we should do is we should ensure that today is followed up quickly. Imagine if we had marches like this in every town and city in Britain, often at the same time, with hundreds of more thousands of people being involved. It would show them that we are not going away. And the third thing we should do is this: recognise that in Britain today, there are still 6.5 million people in trade unions. So why don't the unions strike together and stop austerity in its tracks? And you know what? When they cut our pay, they cut our jobs, they force our kids into poverty, when they see people die who should be getting benefits, if you can't strike together when that's happening, you will never do it. And imagine the power we would have if we all stopped work at the same time. We could turn this government back and we could stop austerity. So I'll leave you with this story. We have members today in the National Gallery approaching their 40th day of strike action against privatisation. Now they're on this march. If you support the strikers and are against privatisation, shout your heads off as loud as you can. And here's the final thing. Some people say that we march and campaign but we never win. Let me tell you a story about PCS that won. We represent members who work in, of all places, Windsor Castle. If you don't know it, it's where the Queen lives when she's not sat on her throne. Now in Windsor Castle, our members didn't get the London living wage and they were often forced to do things without any pay. So they asked us if they could have a strike ballot. And we balloted them. And 90% of them voted for strike action in the Queen's own house. And you know what? Do you know what? They didn't take 1 minute strike action. They had the living wage backdated 6 months, and they had pay rises between 4.5% and 7.5%. Now colleagues, If you can win in the Queen's House, imagine what we can win if we march together, we strike together, and we say get off your arses, pay your taxes, and look to the people of this country who really matter. Well done for coming, and have a great day.